Could you please tell me your name, your job title, and your role in CashBet, and how you're going to make the dream a reality?
Sure. So Daniel Edwards, one of the co-founders of CashBet, VP of Finance, kind of do everything under the sun because we're still a smaller startup. We're 32 people, and really what we're trying to do is go after speed, trust, and access to content in the gaming market. So we started out in casino for real money, then we got into social casino, then we got into sports and skill-based gaming. And we are the first operator to have a license for crypto casino. So others like Joy Token don't have operator's license, so they're technically doing it illegally. And we have a software license and a operator's license. But mostly what we're trying to do is provide software to operators. So Joy Token, Unicoin Gold, Wager, Better Betting, all these companies could use our software platform to do a lot of things. You know, player safety is really important to us, making sure who is gaming and that they're gaming appropriately, they're not overdoing it, you know, not spending more money than they have. KYC is extremely important, and without a big data analytics system like we have, it's really anybody's guess what's going on.
I mean, you say you're a startup, you've been running since 2012. For a crypto business, that's pretty
a long
mature.
Time. Yeah.
So tell us about your background, personally, your professional finance background.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been in crypto since 2011, and I feel like I know the crypto space well enough to be more than a hobbyist now. And in 2017, CashBet got issued the first license for a crypto casino in the world. So my team has previously built 2 other gaming platforms. So we built all the mistakes and all the good things that we did in those other 2 companies into CashBet in 2012. And we really led the mobile revolution from PC gaming to online gaming on your mobile device. And so this is now the new revolution from mobile gaming, whether it be HTML5 or native, into the blockchain world. And right now, there's kind of a thing I call the Great Divide. It's the fiat companies versus the blockchain companies. And there's no one really that's bridging that 2 gaps, and that's what CashBet does. So one example of that is we have a remote game server where that remote game server will take games from the fiat world and allow them to be played on crypto casinos and vice versa. And no one else is doing things like that. So we have a really strong, rich gaming background in history. Also, a lot of us have been investment bankers or in finance, and we understand the regulatory markets. We've had gambling licenses, you know, since the company was generated in 2012, and you know, we know the space really well. So as far as somebody to no blockchain, no gaming, and no regulatory markets and regulated markets, you know, we're the only team that is out there doing this.
Okay, so why would a gamer join CashBet over Jackpot Joy or Bingo or any of these other sites which have games? Are your games better?
So we don't make games. You know, we're a software provider, and we have 9 companies around the world that put games onto our platform. So that's up to the game creator to do all the game mechanics that allow someone to do that. But for us, we do everything for the operator that allows them to have that advantage, you know, to go out and create the best games in the world.
So you have a partnership with Arsenal Football Club. As someone from North London, I'm very pleased to know about this. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, sure. So with CashBet, we were the first blockchain company in the world to do a partnership with a major league sports team. That was Arsenal, of course. We're super excited. We had over 6 teams in the Premier League that were vetting for this partnership, and then Arsenal emerged as the winner, and we couldn't be happier. When we announced it on BBC, we got 25,000 page views in 4 minutes, and it was absolutely just crazy, and it's been really good. They've been really supportive. Our logo has been on the field at Arsenal, and that's been really great, going to the game tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that. And it was really just showing how legitimate CashBet is as an operating company, because Arsenal would not work with a company that wasn't established, profitable, venture-backed, over 5 years old. You know, they're not going to work with any of these other guys in the space that are just startups. They're just coming out, formed to Cayman Islands 6 months ago or whatever it be. You know, it's just a factor of our legitimacy. And we're going to continue to get into the other markets. F1 racing is something we're really, you know, looking at next. But for us, we wanted to pick a partner that would get our name out there and kind of take us from the forefront or from the back, because we're kind of like an IBM, right? We're a software provider. You don't hear about CashBet a lot because we're kind of in the background making everything work. But for us, it was a way to kind of wave the flag and get out in the front. And because of that, 2 days ago in Korea, I announced that the largest gaming company in the world, privately held casino gaming company in the world, Novomatic, their 5.2 billion euro revenue company a year, is now going to be using our software and our CashBet coin. And a lot of that in part is due to the hype of Arsenal and us getting out there and kind of going from behind the scenes to the forefront.
Can you tell me which CashBet product you're most excited about and why?
Yeah, so I think it's got to be the remote game server. So I think for me, it's kind of, I call it the great divider, the civil war. It's fiat versus crypto, and they do not work well together. And me being a guy going back in crypto quite a while, I really would love to be a crypto purist, but sometimes being a purist isn't what leads to mass adoption and pioneering adoption from people that maybe aren't as sophisticated in the space as maybe some of the the OGs, right? The people that actually originated the space, and I'm okay with that. So if we have to give up a little bit as far as here is how we connect fiat and crypto, that's what's important to me. So the remote game server does exactly that. It says, hey, here are games from the fiat world that can be played on crypto casinos via a proxy channel, and to me, that's going to be absolutely massive.
So what are some of the privileges that the user has who has a CBC token over traditional fiat currency when they're gambling?
Yep, so there's 17 other companies trying to do what we're doing in the space right now. None of them are as old as we are or have the technology infrastructure that we have. So one thing that's really important, I always like to say that I think of us as the road, and there's a lot of cars on the road. And your better betting, your wagers, your unicoins, those are all cars on the road. And we are really a platform. We're the road. And so even with self-driving cars coming on, there's still a road. And so we will exist for a long time into the future. And what that means is when we're doing state channel technology that's allowing for batch aggregation of microtransactions, that's something very important for infrastructure. Airdrop technology that we have, very important for infrastructure. Another thing that we have is in our smart contracts, there's a time-locked base component of it. So if an operator creates a bonus, that's unique to that operator, and Dan can sequester, let's say, 1,000 tokens in his wallet. And if it's 30 days, he gets a certain bonus, but he can go all the way up to 90 days, and the bonus gets bigger and bigger. And what that really allows for a player to do and an operator to take advantage of is that Dan would hold tokens in the wallet on that site for an extended period of time, and then those tokens can be used. So it's infrastructure. It's all about building tools that will be used for helping people, whether it be the player or the operator, and no one else is doing that. So it's not just some token that you go in and you wager with. This is actual real infrastructure that's being utilized via blockchain technology and the token.
Well, your company certainly sounds confident.
Yeah,
can you tell me about some of the milestones you've got planned for 2018?
Sure, yeah, so there's been major milestones so far. Obviously, we hit profitability in 2017. That was huge for us. It was my money, the other co-founders' money, little bit of venture-backed money, and so getting to the profitability was huge. The next thing was getting the license for crypto casino. So once we got the license for crypto casino, absolutely massive. And so with that, we announced and partnered with Arsenal to kind of wave the flag, get out there, and then we announced that we had WinView, which is the third largest daily fantasy sports company in the world, launched on our platform in 36 states in America. That was pretty big. And then right after that, today we actually launched a social casino out of Austria on the platform. That was big. And then Novomatic was just announced 2 days ago, coming on the platform, largest privately held casino company, gaming company in the world. And then I'll be announcing in Puerto Rico in about a week that a very large lottery company will be coming onto the platform to use what we're doing. And I have probably about another dozen of these same sorts of announcements to be strategically dropped as we keep going. But the way that we think about it is that we're placing these announcements out strategically to allow for hopefully the economy of the token to rise a little bit and people to get excited. And the whole thing for CashBet is, as a B2B operator, the more operators we bring on the platform, the more useful the token becomes to everyone.
Is crypto the future of gaming?
I think in a way. I think there's probably something that we don't know yet. I always kind of like to have optimism that nobody would have betted on, like 12 years ago, no one would, or in 2012, no one would have known about crypto, right? And said, oh, crypto is the way. They just wouldn't have been thinking that way. Yeah. But I think there's something else out there in the future. I think crypto is a very big, important step to take the internet protocol to the next level, really the 2.0 of the internet, and allowing big data aggregation, of knowing who players are, when they're playing, why they're playing, and having that be tied to the monetary component that you're using in the gaming system, absolutely massive. But I definitely think there's something else out there, and I don't know if that's an evolution of blockchain technology, but blockchain technology is definitely an improvement on what we have existing already. So I'm excited for that.